we are here today at Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency's newest family shelter called the ARCHES Nest. It is located at 2933 Center Street. Through Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action, we have a homeless and housing initiative known as the ARCHES Project. Through that department, we have several housing opportunities. Usually it's framed as people going out into the community, going into the standard rental market, working with families, helping pay their rent, utility bills. So we've been working with families for several decades in that capacity. Over the course of COVID, we were privileged with the opportunity of opening two area shelters, the ARCHES Inn and the ARCHES Lodge. At both of those projects, and even some scattered site placements because of the pandemic, we sheltered a lot of families during those years. And it was really the impetus of seeing families struggling getting into housing opportunities, fitting into a shelter system that didn't quite meet their needs, was really the catalyst for recognizing families need their own space. They need their own shelter, they need their own community, and ultimately their own housing opportunities. They are a very interesting dynamic because you not only have the adults and their needs and case planning, you have the kiddos of varying ages and developments. And so we wanted to make sure that we provided a more holistic space to the family unit. The project gained some speed thanks to Governor Kotek's emergency order for homelessness. And so funds kind of flowed through Oregon Housing Community Services as well as our partners at Mid-Willamette Valley Homeless Alliance. They saw our dream, they saw our vision, supported it. And so it's been a little while in the making, but we're finally here. So we're really excited to onboard a family exclusive shelter to the area. So the ARCHES Nest is really designed for families, but who is anyone to decide what a family means? Families come in all shapes and sizes, and so really what it boils down to is it's a guardian and a child, so below the age of 18. So sometimes a family looks like a grandparent with a kid. Sometimes it's an older sibling or even a single parent and two parents. So we're really flexible about the design of families and their needs. We even welcome the furry children too. So if a family includes a cat, a dog, we want them all to feel like they can come in the space. One of our core beliefs at Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action is no child sleeps outside. But added to that, we firmly believe that a family should not have to decide between staying together or staying inside. So we want to make sure that we're removing those barriers regardless of their composition. If we have space for them, we would like to see them. In 2024, Oregon Housing Community Services released their State of Housing report. Sadly to say, Oregon did not necessarily fare well in all categories. We actually ranked one of the highest rates for child and family homelessness in the nation. So we're seeing about 19.9 children out of 10,000 children experiencing homelessness in this state. That's 14 times higher than the national average. One more stat to that is we saw a 17% in homeless children reporting to school through our local McKinney-Vento data as well. So there absolutely is a critical need in this community and statewide. Reflecting back on not only what we've seen in our service delivery models, families coming into some of the more traditional shelter system, we saw the need anecdotally, but being able to pair that with the stats was just mind-blowing and opened our eyes that there's something that we can do as a community, and there's absolutely something that we can do as an agency. On the inside here at the ARCHES Nest, we have 18 rooms, which can hold a max occupancy of 36 residents. And so we recognize that families come in all compositions. So some rooms may hold 2, some hold 3, 4, 5. So we're really flexible. Most rooms come with a Jack and Jill restroom. We do have communal living room and dining rooms, as well as 2 residential kitchens. Residents will cook their own meals. We'll help with food box, food pantries, kind of development towards activities of daily living. What does it look like to budget and prepare meals for a family, maybe healthy meals for a family? So all that will happen on site in collaboration with the residents. So those are like the physical structures, but we also have on-site mental health services. We've got play places. There's going to be active case planning and case management for each adult in the household as well as the children, because we need to come at this and treat every family member. Every family member is going to have particular needs, whether it's from the parent who's interested in vocational rehabilitation, maybe getting a job, maybe they've been so disconnected from the healthcare system. Let's get you to a doctor's appointment. But we also have the same situation happening for kiddos. And so we need to talk about, what does it look like to enroll in early childhood education? How do we help their social and early development learning skills? And so we really have to take a really broad approach and make sure that we're meeting the individual needs of each family member here on site. So starting in February, we'll be welcoming our first families into the ARCHES nest. It can't come soon enough. We're first going to be drawing from the area's coordinated entry list. So that is a master list that is run through the Oregon Housing Alliance. We will also be receiving direct referrals out of the soon-to-be ARCHES Family First Center that opens up on February 13th. So that is a day space that families can go to start connecting with our services, receive a hot meal, come have a safe place to play with your child, and maybe start talking about those conversations around options for housing, and one of those being a shelter and placement here. So to learn more about Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency and our projects such as the ARCHES Nest, the soon-to-be ARCHES Family First Resource Center, please visit mwvcaa.org or visit us on the ARCHES Project Facebook. As we open our doors, the number one way that people can support our shelter is to think about us. Think about the occupants that are going to be in these rooms, the children filling these halls with laughter. These are really difficult conversations that we're having as a community around unsheltered homelessness. It's not just the standard who we think is outside. It can happen to so many of us. Many people are right there on the line, and those include families, those include children, and recognizing that this is a part of the solution, and we would love your support, but there's just a long ways to go around additional housing opportunities. It could be rapid rehousing, could be more affordable housing, more shelters like this. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think Mid-Willamette Valley's mission around no child sleeps outside, that really resonates not only with us, but the community at large. So our number one ask is support. Think about us. We will release donation requests as we start seeing our families, so keep an eye out on our Facebook page as well as our website for more information. One of the reasons why the ARCHES Nest and the family shelter is so unique and so important is really around the idea of early intervention. So what we know is engaging with families, engaging with children early in trauma and providing that stability. We are not only making an investment in that immediate family and working them towards rebuilding their lives, but that is a generational impact that is going to span through time and not only matter to them as they walk through those doors, but it'll matter to their children and to their children. So this is really an investment in the children at large, but also theirs and our collective future as a humanity. So it's interventions like this, and as well as with our community partners who do some of the same fantastic work, that really make a long-term difference.